Hey guys, welcome to a what if video, and as always, if you have any suggestions for a what if or just any video on Star Wars, any questions for me, please comment, but I might not be able to get to it in 1 to 3 months at the max, so don't expect your suggestion to come out in a week to 3 months. Just depends. So for this what if, we start in an alternate galaxy far, far away. The events of A New Hope will stay exactly the same all the way up to a certain point, and this point is when Tarkin says, "Execute her." Leia's ship will be boarded by Vader, and the Empire captures Leia. R2 and C-3PO meet Luke, as according to the movie. R2 projects the hologram of Leia's message, and the events will unfold. Meeting Ben, meeting Han and Chewie, the crew barely escaping the Empire's grip from Tatooine as usual, then the Millennium Falcon getting sucked into the Death Star. This is where the timeline erupts. Vader enters the cell of Princess Leia, returning with a torture probe droid. Leia is tortured until Vader sees that it will be some time before they can extract any information at all from the rebel princess. Tarkin hears of the news and suggests they threaten Alderaan for the location of the rebel base. Leia spits out the lie of the rebel base that is on Dantooine. Tarkin continues with the operation, and Leia watches as her homeworld is destroyed like it was nothing. An admiral enters the boardroom on the Death Star with Vader and Tarkin waiting inside. He tells Tarkin the news that they found the remains of a rebel base on Dantooine, yet it has been abandoned for some time now. Vader proves Tarkin that she would always stay loyal to the Rebel Alliance, and Tarkin answers with these words, "Terminate her, immediately." This time, the Empire jumps on the matter immediately, as Tarkin says, whereas in the original timeline, Tarkin doesn't say immediately, and they don't jump on it immediately. Tarkin, as well as Vader, takes a squad of stormtroopers to Leia's cell. The cell opens with Leia sitting in an awkward position, and the 4 stormtroopers, a part of the execution squad, file into the cell, 2 going left and the other 2 carefully pointing their guns at the princess and going right. Vader stands by the doorway as Tarkin fills in the center of the squad. Tarkin instructs Leia to stand up and face the wall, and Leia knows what is about to happen next. In Vader's shiny dark red lenses, he watches as the 4 stormtroopers aim their guns at the prisoner as Tarkin counts down from 3, and all Vader can do is watch as dozens of blaster fire hits Leia's back, her already dead body falling slowly to the floor. Vader knows he cannot do anything, or it would prove his betrayal from the Empire. He thinks of many scenarios he could escape with Leia and join the rebellion, but the thought only passes his mind as that would be stupid, irrational, and wouldn't make much sense. Vader, throughout the trilogy, often never really cared for the absolute safety of his 2 kids. He tightens his fist as the lump and dead body of Leia drops completely to the floor, dead, and the anger holds back his tears. The stormtroopers lower their weapons, and Tarkin turns to see Vader step down into the cell just in front of him, and the cell door closes. The 2 guards out front ignore it, and Tarkin asks Vader to move. Out of Vader's hate, not able to believe his daughter is dead, his lightsaber is ripped out of its place on Vader's belt and ignites the lightsaber. He force chokes Tarkin, slamming him against the wall. He throws his lightsaber, chopping the 2 troopers to the right's heads off and receiving his lightsaber with the Force again. The 2 remaining stormtroopers begin firing as Tarkin is shifting and squealing, one of the shots deflecting towards Tarkin, hitting him in his stomach. Vader makes him suffer, so as Tarkin turns purple, the blaster shot is the least of Tarkin's worries, still strangling from the Force choke. Vader easily dominates the 2 troopers, taking both of them down in one slash, then focuses attention toward Tarkin, who is now nearly dead. Vader pushes Tarkin toward the wall forcefully, so his hands are ripped from his neck, now stuck on the wall. Vader slowly walks toward the Admiral and slowly drills his saber into his heart, and Tarkin gasps his final breath of air. Vader looks down as Tarkin's body lay next to his daughter's. He yanks Tarkin's body off of the corpse of Leia, and Vader kneels down next to the body as he did with Padme. 2 minutes later, the guards, still waiting outside, Vader's red sabers plunge through the wall into one of the troopers' heart. The other trooper backs up until Vader's figure emerges from the dark cell, the trooper only getting a glimpse of the bodies that lay inside. He takes multiple shots at Vader, but he easily deflects it with the Force as his lightsaber is still plunged into the other stormtrooper's heart through the wall. Vader grabs his saber with the Force and throws it at the trooper's head without touching the weapon. Vader retrieves his lightsaber to find an officer, pale from fear, exotically clicking the elevator button. Vader looks back at his trail of destruction and simply cracks the man's neck with a move of his finger. Vader then decides his destruction and mourning is over. The Millennium Falcon jumps out of hyperspace and suddenly Ben is overwhelmed by the Force. Luke checks on him and Ben tells him that the princess has been killed. Luke, being arrogant as he was in episode 4, Luke doesn't believe him and they are sucked into the Death Star. Ben warns him again that the princess from the hologram is dead, but Luke ventures out and it's too late anyway since they're in the Empire's grasp. And the scenario plays out the same. Ben shuts down the tractor beam. Vader kneels down as the Emperor is displayed on a large hologram. It seems that you have left quite a path of destruction from your daughter's death, Lord Vader, the Emperor states, and Vader simply replies with, "It will not happen again, my lord." Han, Luke, and Chewie reach the cell to find 2 guards killed at the front, and they easily get past that security. They look inside to see the princess indeed dead as well. Luke kneels down beside the body and Han enters, saying, "Well, good job, kid. What are we going to do now, hotshot?" As they are overwhelmed by stormtroopers, a voice in Luke's head shows him the way out, the trash compactor. Now the events play out similarly the same after this. R2 reveals to Luke, after escaping the Death Star, the rebel bases on Yavin 4. Han drops Luke off there, and with no Leia, Han and Chewie go back to their gambling and smuggler ways right after dropping off Luke. Mon Mothma leads the Rebel Alliance toward the Death Star, and Luke goes on to destroy it. The trilogy goes on without Leia, which impacts many things. The Rebels wouldn't go on to achieve a lot of things without Leia, and even without Leia, the rebellion would still go on to defeat the Empire in Return of the Jedi. Now for a short other scenario. Vader looks back at his trail of destruction and simply cracks the man's neck with a move of his finger. This thought crosses him much longer than escaping with Leia, but decides to leave the situation alone. He politely steps outside for Tarkin and the execution squad and watches one last look at Leia's dead body as the doors close. This time, Luke, Han, and Chewie would have to go through the same amount of security that would escape, and the scenario would play out for the same outcome. Ben would fight Vader, and Ben would die. This is my what if for if Leia was executed in A New Hope when she was supposed to, like Tarkin instructed. I put a lot of effort into this video, so if you have reached it this far, maybe consider subscribing for more Star Wars content. Thank you, Darth Sidious, for requesting this video, as well as everyone who watched it. I could have another what if coming soon, like I said, 1 to 3 months at the most, and may the Force be with you.